Greetings, you all. Greetings, peace and love. I could wait for some people to get into the room. Maybe I should. Usually, I don't do lives, but I am working on it. So I'll go ahead and start, and anyone can join and replay it if necessary. So I want to talk about networking today as a notary signing agent, a process server, whatever field that you are in, you have to do some form of networking. Networking is building relationships. Networking isn't giving out cards. Networking is building relationships. Network isn't just giving out cards. Peace, Charlene. I'm going to say it again. Networking is building relationships, not just giving out cards. You feel me? Oftentimes, people will go to networking events and they're like, well, I gave out a lot of my cards, but there's no connections made. In order to be successful in this field or any field, you need to build relationships. And we are in a different time now where a lot of us aren't going to after hour events anymore. So most of our networking is happening online. Some days I spend my whole day on Zoom phone calls. If you haven't invested in stocks in Zoom, you may want to do that, because if you're spending time on Zoom, you may as well buy into it. As well as any phone that you have, you may as well buy into it. Sidebar. So we are spending so much time on Zoom calls, or ought to be spending time on Zoom calls, on networking meetings virtually to create connections. For instance, if you know that there's a real estate event going on, if you're focused on being a signing agent, then it would be very important for you to join networks who are dealing with real estate if that is your focus. You want to focus on being a DNA witness. You need to be in an environment where you can focus on that, and an inspector focus on that. Take the time and go to Facebook, go to Eventbrite, go to just a regular Google search and search for events of any nature. Search for events of any nature, but specifically in the fields that you desire, and sign up for them. Put an alert on your phone and begin to communicate, build relationships, build rapport with these companies. They should see your name pop up all the time on the chat. Gain rapport so they can start referring you to potential clients. Thank you for the like. If yeah, come on in, put a like, share it. So they can refer you to different companies. That's important. It's important. You share other people's videos. Why not allow them to share your content or your card? So now it's important for us to have a virtual card. If you have a business card, you need to have your card um, digital, so you can send it to other people. You can send your card. Hopefully you have your Facebook profile, your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter. Like, I'm on all of these networks, but some of them I don't necessarily use, but you can still put me in a search and find me somewhere. I know these times are different, and some of you may not necessarily like to be online or not as savvy with the internet, but I have to tell you, in this state that we're in, you have to be. So, if successful in the field that you are in currently, you have to be tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the internet. Okay? You have to be tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to the internet if you want to be successful in this field. I understand that there will be a learning curve for you, and I get that, and have grace with yourself to allow you to learn whatever is necessary. This is what I call YouTube University, right? Come on in and put the like button, smash the like button, as they say. That annoys me. Smash that like button. Anyway, so you have to be or learn how to be savvy when it comes to all of this stuff. Even if you learn one or two different things, just be be as efficient with the basics as you can. Okay? Be an expert at the basics. I said the basics, y'all. The basics, at least. The basics. And pretty much go from there. You have to be tuned in to the internet right now. If you're not making phone calls for new businesses, you are failing yourself. I'm sorry. Sometimes people say that some of the things that I say is harsh, but I talk to you from a little sister, big sister, home girl, professional type of way. It is so important for you, or posting your social media pages, or and all of the above, in order to have the level of success that you want to have. Now, the other day I was talking to someone and I told them I made 1,500 in a day, right? And it was really 2 days, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, Alexis, I want to be able to make that type of money." And then I told them that I pretty much worked 12 to 13 hours each day to do that. And I did a lot of driving, probably 400. I probably did 400 miles in 2 days. So then when I said that, they were like, "Oh, but that's a lot." Okay, so you don't want to make the same type of money that I make in 2 days. You don't, or you do. Either way, you have to be willing to put in the work, whether it's me making phone calls, me sending emails. There are a lot of things that I do, y'all, that I don't like to do. And sometimes people say, "Well, I thought you liked doing that." And I'm like, "No, I don't like doing it, but it has to get done, right?" I like the benefits of what it does for me when I do it. I like the resources that it gives me when I do it. So I just go ahead and put my big girl panties on and I do it anyway. I like being able to go to Africa every year. I don't buy what people that make that type of money buy. I buy into experiences, not possessions and animate objects. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't have a super nice vehicle. I have a reliable vehicle. Can I buy a super nice vehicle? Of course. Will I? Nope. Been there, done that, not doing it anymore. Okay? So, me networking, constantly researching allows me to live somewhat of the life that I would like to live, and it's only going to get better, right? So, finding some Zoom calls that you can get onto and network, share your business, like now. When you get off this live, go to Eventbrite, go to wherever, schedule live video where you can learn some information, where you can share your business with like-minded individuals. Find a way how to get a digital business card and send that business card either in those groups that we just talked about, or create a post and your business card and create a new connection with a business that you may not have dealt with before or you would like to work with. Send them your card. Find out what they do. You have to remember networking is reciprocal, okay? It goes both ways. Networking isn't one way. Me giving you a card and hoping that you will call me for business. That's not how networking works. Networking is gaining rapport, finding out what you do, what I do, where we can meet in the middle, how I can help you, how you can help me. It's reciprocal. It goes both ways. It's an energetic flow. Energy flows. It flows. Energy is just not one way. So remembering that when you're working with people, it's not just about, hey, can you share this for me? No, it's about, oh my gosh, I saw your last post. I would love to be a part of that. And also, this is what I do that I think that you can benefit from. People want to feel like they fit somewhere, right? They want to feel like they fit somewhere. How do you fit in networking? How do you fit with this particular business that you reach out to? So, finding Zoom or live calls, creating your digital business card and sharing it with people, printing out a list of contacts via email or phone and calling them to generate new business. Okay, those are your 3 things that I would suggest that you do in order to gain new business tonight, tomorrow. And I kid y'all not. I kid y'all not. Usually I ask for people to just come in and say hi in the chat, tell me where you're from, but I'm ending this because I want it to be quick. But I kid y'all not. I kid you not. Most High is my witness. Every time I either make a video, share a video, create a post of my information on groups, and that's something that I'll talk about in a second. Every time I share my information on a group, I get business. I get new business every time. So the fourth one I would suggest is, once you have your business card, a digital business card, whatever post that you want to make in Canva. I'm not the greatest when it comes to my marketing, posters and ads and stuff like that, but I do it anyway. It might not be the best, but I do it anyway. Or I hire someone and maybe they don't quite get my vision, but I put it out anyway. You feel me? I do it scared. I do it angry. I do it depressed. I just put it out. And sometimes I hear people say, oh, they can't do this because of this, and they can't do this because of this. And every person that I meet never has more of a load than I do. Not to compare anyone's load to my load, but, I have 3 children and bonus children. And now I have a farm, y'all. So I have animals. We have like 50 animals to take care of. I have several businesses, so I have a father who's almost 90. Like, there's so many different things that I have to take care of, but I never complain about it, and I do it anyway. I do it anyway. I do it when I first started, when I had no money. I would literally drive to places when I first moved here, and I had a physical store. And I had 2 physical stores. We had a juice bar. My mother and I, we had a juice bar, and we had a thrift store, right? And literally moved to a new state, opened up the store, and really exhausted all of my income. And there were times when I first started notary business and I was basically on E, and I knew I had like 30 miles to empty. So I was like, well, if I just make it here, then, this company said they were giving you the money within 7 to 10 days. So if I could just get here and get back, and I would be calculating my gas, y'all. So I get it when people be like, oh, wow, you don't understand. And I'm just like, I do understand. I do understand. I do understand that there's always going to be circumstances to give you a reason or an excuse not to do something. I totally get that. I get it, y'all. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But it doesn't stop me. So I'll do it with an empty tank. You feel me? I'll do it on a spare tire. Because I know that the universe knows my intention. And because the universe knows my intention, the universe, energetic, gives back. I give out, it gives back, and that's just how it goes. So you take that digital business card and you go to see what groups you're in. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're utilizing Facebook for recreational and you have a business that's failing, you're failing yourself. Now, failure isn't permanent. So be mindful of that. Failure is temporary. Failure is not permanent. So you can change that. And my suggestion is go through the type of groups that you're in. If these groups are not serving you, leave the group. Leave the group and start to recreate the type of groups that will serve you. And how do you know a group is serving you? You know a group is serving you if they're commenting on your posts. They're asking questions. How does this work? Or they're sharing your information. Okay? You're getting direct messages about what you're doing. That's how you know a group is serving you. And then you want to create a schedule of some sort where you're feeding into that group. Go into the group and talk about how you're a mobile notary. Go into the group and talk about, hey, if you buy your next home, work with your lender, your title company, to see if they're in network with me to hire me. Go into the home buyers groups and see if you're able to post in groups that you're able to post in. Some groups, they don't want you posting your business. So read the rules and regulations of the groups and then go ahead and then post. Don't get kicked out. Don't say Sister Alexis said. So make sure you're following rules and regulations to these groups. But you just have to remember your why, your objective, and go from there. If you start putting in reasons why you can't do this, oh, my phone is not good, or I'm nervous, I'm afraid, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. My first notary job, I didn't know what I was doing, but I could read and I could follow directions. And if you could read and if you could follow directions, you can do anything in terms of the notary field. You can do anything. I could read. My comprehension is very good. And I could follow directions. These companies give you exactly what you need to do, the do's and the don'ts. So you have to make sure you just believe in yourself enough in your comprehension and just get it done. In terms of networking, no one's going to know who you are ever until you put yourself out there. There's always going to be a reason why you shouldn't do something. Don't let you be a reason why you don't succeed. Don't let you be a reason why you don't succeed. And then if you are the reason, take ownership and accountability of it. Like, my business is failing because I'm not strong enough to push through my weaknesses. Just say that. You know why I appreciate racist people? Because they own their stuff, right? They own their stuff. They own their stuff. Like, I don't like y'all because of this. They own it. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I'm more mad at the closet racist people. So I'm more disappointed at the people who come to me with excuses. I love y'all phone calls. I love mentoring y'all. I love the emails. You see, I'm good with responding to messages, even with a busy life. I'm good with answering the phone calls, calling y'all back, and not just because I get paid, because some of these calls I do for free, right? I have a 7-minute free call if anyone is interested and want to talk to me about their notary business. At the end of this, I'll put my link, my Calendly link, in the description box. If you want a free 7-minute chat, we can chat about your business. You can ask me a question and I'll answer and we'll go from there. So it's not always about the money. I have a passion, right? So when you have a passion, all of that stuff is cleared out the way. You you zero in on your focus, your laser focus about your needs, your wants, and your desires, and you focus there. If you focus outside of that box, you're out of order. If you focus in the box are my needs, my wants, and my desires. I don't have any excuses that will impede upon that because nothing is greater than the desires for those things. Nothing. Nothing is greater. Nothing is greater. Even if you have to humble yourself, if money is an object, and ask for money, right? There have been times where if you really are down and out, I will help you with a course. If you really are down or out, I've given away a printer, but I have to see that you're laser focused. You're laser focused. I don't want to give to you when you're not laser focused. So if you haven't, you come to me and you're like, I don't know what to do. And I say, well, did you look at any of my videos? And they're like, oh no, you're not laser focused. You're not in the box. No, they say think outside the box, but sometimes you have to be in the box to think outside the box. So when you're in that box and you're focused on your needs, your wants, and your desires, that overshadows everything. Okay? There have been times where my son was in the hospital and I didn't leave his side, but I had to make a pivot. I had to make a pivot to figure out what could I do within my business so I can still earn money within that business. You have to brainstorm with yourself. I don't mind brainstorming with y'all either. Sometimes I really love to brainstorm with individuals about their business because you get a different perspective about what needs to be done. Sometimes when you're just in your head by yourself, it's just you in your head. Not to say that you can't give yourself all the things that are required, but it's nice to have a fresh perspective from someone else. Utilizing your friends and families. I don't think any of my friends are on this, but if y'all knew my friends and you asked my friends, what does Alexis talk about, right? When you're with her, what do you focus on? Okay? My business is life. If your passion isn't business, don't expect to have the same outcome as me. I hear that I'm mentioning my outcome because oftentimes when I hear people and they inbox me and they talk to me, they reference me because I like to be transparent. So I post my work, like I got paid this or this company offered me this, right? And so they say I aspire to get the same fees that you get. And so I have to always bring them back. Are you doing the same type of work that I'm doing? Are you willing to work 13 hours per day? I don't do that all the time, but there are times where I would just work 30 hours a month, right? And then I'm at a certain level of income. And then I was like, with COVID happening, it has brought my income up to another level. So it's like, okay, can I meet this income bracket with COVID? Right? And if you're like, well, business is slow, I want to branch into other things, we could talk about that. I'll probably, while I'm on a roll, finish this video and do a video about other means of income that one can achieve that doesn't necessarily have to do with notary. So we can focus on that. But either way, you have to you can't have a pity party. You can't cry yourself a river. Can't cry yourself a river. You have to focus in on your network, because that's a true tale of what your network will be, right? And you focus on that. Stay focused, y'all. Stay focused. All right? Peace and love.